upgrade we've seen. The big 800 cap supply, and I'll walk you through the pricing, is only $149.90, which is remarkable because normally the 400 cap is $169. So we usually sell 400 for $169. The 800 cap tonight is under that, $20 less than that at $149. So that is one of the reasons that over 40,000 people I know have already ordered. These would probably be sold out if Andrew were not the manufacturer, and he can call his factory directly and say, we're going to need a few extra capsules tonight.
A few million extra capsules is what it's turned out to be. I mean, it's been a great response, I think. And we see it in all the reviews. The reviews talk about, on the recommendation of my cardiologist, on the recommendation of my doctor, we know that omega-3s aren't just good for our health, but they're actually an essential nutrient, that if we don't eat them in our diet, we're not getting them, so we need to supplement them. And unfortunately, the way we eat, the traditional American diet, we're not getting them. So the unfortunate thing about omega-3s, the typical product you see in a store, I'd really say about 99% of the products in the store, and it might be a little more, probably violate the basic rules, the basic science on what would make an omega-3 product a good product. One of the most fundamental rules they break is that even though it says fish oil on it, you think fish oil is natural, they deliver a form of fish oil called an ethyl ester, which isn't natural. The triglyceride form is the natural form of fatty acids in living things. An ethyl ester is not. That form, the ethyl ester, isn't well absorbed, it isn't well tolerated, but it's the cheap form, so that's the standard form in products. Also, typical product, high in EPA, lower in DHA. Our product, high in the important DHA, lower in EPA. So if you just look at the regular products in stores, unfortunately, you're bound to be disappointed. They'll be cheaper, not by a lot, but they'll be cheaper. This product, especially when it's a Today Special like this, you're getting 500 milligrams of omega-3s per capsule. Typical product in the store will give you about 300 milligrams or so. So we give you more per capsule, but our capsule is about 2/3 the size, in some cases half the size. So our capsule is small, it's easy to swallow, there's no fishy aftertaste at all. Not a little, not sometimes, never at all. You could read the 2,000 plus reviews on this product, of which I think there's 2,200 reviews or so, and almost 2,000 of the 2,200 or so are perfect 5-star reviews.
True.
I don't think you'll find a single reference to fishy aftertaste except to say there's none. So it's not something that's sort of not fishy or kind of not fishy or sometimes not fishy. It's always not fishy, no fishy aftertaste. So everything that has made omega-3s probably the most or the least liked supplement, the most unpleasant supplement to have to take. In the case of our supplement, it's the best. And that's why, I think that's why so many people have reviewed this product and so many people have reviewed it perfectly, is because it's so, not only is it a great product, but it's so great that it's unexpected. You don't expect this from a product like that. And that's what happens when someone's been doing omega-3s for over 30 years. I myself have a sensitive stomach. I don't like a fishy aftertaste. So it took me about a decade or so, but I figured out how to make a product that even I could like, and I know that you will love.
Alrighty, it's so fun. It really is. For those of you that are trying this for the first time, you will actually fall in love with an omega-3 product, perhaps for the first time. If you're like a lot of us and you're already taking it, there's never a better day out of the entire 365 days this year to stock up, because it is the best value by far. And it's only once a year that we offer it as a special like this, a Today's Special. I want to show you the choices. We'll talk a little bit about the pricing. They are on FlexPay. The bigger bottles are on FlexPay for you. So you can do a FlexPay. For example, the largest bottle is under $30 to get home on FlexPay. Same with the second largest. They're all actually under $30 a month to get home, the larger bottle. So let me show you what the choices are. It's a 30, a 100, a 200, or a 400 capsule supply. So you decide what size you'd like. Great little try-me's here. If you want to do the try-me's, you can do that. I mean, you can see the prices are fantastic. Most people today have ordered the 800 cap supply. Why? Because you have to, when we start breaking this down, the price will be going up to $319.90 at midnight Eastern time. The price today is $149.90. That is unequivocally the best value we offer for Andrew's finest omega-3 product. You can see the savings over here is $170. $170 savings. The 400 cap supply at midnight, that price goes up to $170. Understand that $170 is more than what you're paying for double the capsules. 400 capsules, $170 would be the regular price. 800 capsules is under 150. That, friends, is why so many of us are saying, why not? Because it's literally for $20 less, you're getting another 400 capsules, like, for free, if you want to do the math. Because, as I said, at midnight, these prices do go up. Here's your 200 savings, cap savings, 100 or the 30. So whichever size you decide on, the greatest part about this is that you get to experience the finest health benefits. Guess what? We all read about the health benefits, right? We read about it, we get excited about when we hear about the benefits. The problem is, if we're not taking the right product, you know, you can go out and buy an omega-3 product. If you're not taking the right omega-3, if you're not taking the right amounts, if we're not taking the right product, we're not going to get the benefits. So, you know, it's kind of this catch-22. You think you're doing the right thing by taking the supplement, but for me personally, and I think you feel the same way, if you aren't taking the right one, in a lot of instances, we're wasting our money. So that's why I think this is so exciting and brilliant, is because there is no better omega-3 product available on the market today.
I would have to say, in many cases, people are wasting their money, and in some cases actually risking their health. If their doctor, their cardiologist says you must be taking 1,000 milligrams of omega-3s a day, and that's usually the typical recommendation, that or a bit higher, but typically 1,000 of omega-3, not of fish oil, of omega-3. A lot of people will go into a typical discount store, pharmacy, whatever it might be, and they'll see a bottle on the front. It says 1,200 milligrams of fish oil omega-3. They figure they've got it covered. There's their 1,000. No, it's not. It's only about 300 and change, because it's 1,200 milligrams of fish oil, not 1,200 milligrams of omega-3s. So there's a lot of misleading information when it comes to omega-3s, and unfortunately most of the products are really not designed or intended to be a product that will really work, or as Colleen just said, a product you'll fall in love with. And I bet of those 2,000 plus reviews, people probably say on a couple of 100 occasions, they probably use the word love to describe an omega-3 supplement, which to me it's flattering to me, but it should be surprising, and it should give you insight into how unique this product is. What is wonderful about this product, and it's something that we worked long and hard, it wasn't until about probably 20 years after I introduced my first omega-3 product that we achieved 500 milligrams in a single small capsule. Before that, you always had to take 2. So this product is really a breakthrough capsule. In fact, we made the capsule smaller this visit. We reduced the capsule about another 10% or so. So the capsule is even smaller than it was before, and it's always been easy to swallow. And I would never make a 500 milligram omega-3 product unless it was in a small capsule. So previously, you had to take 2 capsules. Now, you get to take just 1 capsule. You get for your 500 milligrams, which if you look at the government, say the regulatory agencies, the recommendations of health associations or health agencies or organizations, they typically recommend 500 milligrams a day for most folks who want to supplement omega-3s. That's why our product is 500 milligrams. That was my goal. Probably took me a couple of decades to achieve it in 1 capsule, but now we have, and that capsule still is easy to swallow, easier than ever, and it's also guaranteed to have 0 fishy aftertaste. And if you look at this chart here, it shows you what you're getting. 1 capsule, simple, 500 milligrams of omega-3s, DHA, EPA, ALA, DPA. So there's docosahexaenoic acid, eicosapentaenoic acid, alpha-linolenic acid, and docosapentaenoic acid, and a few other related naturally occurring omega-3 fatty acids that are present from fish. So you get your full 500 milligrams in a single, small, easy-to-swallow capsule, peace of mind, for less than 19 cents a day on the large size, a little more than 20 cents a day on the next to large size. So it's unbelievably affordable to get the world's finest omega-3s in their natural form that will not just be easy on your stomach, but a pleasure for your stomach. No fishy aftertaste, all the benefits you dream of from an omega-3, and we'll talk about them again. I tried to go through them today to talk about the impact on, say, memory and cognitive function, and even balanced mood and things like that, because our brain is the repository of DHA in our body. That's where our body sends the DHA, because 60% of the dry weight of our brain is fat. 60%. And of that 60%, 95%. In other words, it's almost entirely DHA, which is the most important and the predominant, the major product in my omega-3. Not in probably 99% of the omega-3s out there, but it is in mine.
See, that's important. Because really, I mean, we want the DHA, right? You need the DHA, and yet most of the other products don't even have it. And I think it's because a lot of people don't know that. You think omega-3 is omega-3. Fish oil, does not equal omega-3. Omega-3 is in fish oil, but it has to be extracted from the fish oil. See, I didn't know that either. I thought fish oil meant it's all omega-3, and it's just not. So I think when you start learning about, again, if you're going to take the time to spend your money and take these vitamins every day, you want the maximum benefits. That's exactly what you're getting here. Not only that, but the safety involved with, harvesting the fish and all of that. And Andrew has the highest possible standards in the type
of purity.
Exactly, in terms of purity. So you can feel rest assured that this is safe to take. These are safe, they're effective, they are, again, natural, they're just everything about it. They're easy to swallow, they don't upset your stomach, and you will see and notice a difference. There are 2,000 perfect 5-star reviews. Perfect 5-star reviews on this product. And if you go read some of those reviews, you will see what women and men have to say about this. I call them my brain pills. I take them before I come into work because I really notice a difference. I notice a difference with concentration because all of us, for our jobs, we want to be sharp. We have to be sharp. And a lot of
lives.
Exactly. And so I love to take this before I come into work because I feel like it, and I notice a difference when I don't take it. It's one of those, you will notice a difference and feel a difference when you start taking the world's finest omega-3s.
And certainly, as they say, everyone's experience is different because everyone's requirements are different. But the one standard requirement we all have is omega-3s. These fatty acids are essential fatty acids. Our body can't make them. They are the principal fatty acid in our brain, and our brain is principally a fatty acid structure. Much as we know that calcium is critical to our bones, and none of us question that, and without calcium, we suffer from, say, osteoporosis or other issues, so we know how critical calcium is to our bones. But most of us don't consider the fact that in terms of DHA, DHA makes up a greater composition, a greater proportion of our brain than calcium does of our bone.
Wow.
It's actually not even close. So that should give you some insight into the critical role that DHA plays in our brain function. Same thing with the retina and macula of our eye. DHA is the critical fatty acid in all the membrane structures in our retina and macula of our eye. Lutein and zeaxanthin rely on that DHA to protect and to really position themselves as the optical pigments that make vision possible. So, and I could go on and on about how it affects even in terms of our hearing. The age-related changes that happen in our hearing. Omega-3 in research has been discussed in terms of its role it plays in supporting us in terms of those age-related changes in hearing. But I wanted to read some great research quotes here because it's just exciting to hear or to know about the possibilities that if we make sure we get our omega-3s from our diet, or we make sure we get them in terms of supplementation, that we have an opportunity to give our body what it needs to take care of ourselves in the areas that we consider the most important for our health. And not just one of them, but we get the whole menu. We get all of them. So it's not A, B, or C. It's all of the above. So you get in terms of your brain, in terms of your heart, in terms of your eyes, and then we could also add the hearing, the ear. So you have all of these wonderful opportunities. But some quotes here. This is from a very respected journal, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. If associations with omega-3 content are causal, meaning the observations and research that concentrations of omega-3s are associated with a change in cognitive function as we age, higher levels of omega-3s, better cognitive function as we age, lower levels, worse cognitive function. What they're saying here, if they're causal, meaning if omega-3 causes it, then fatty acid intake could improve retention of cognitive function in old age. Just hearing that, because this is inexpensive and it's a tremendous opportunity. Unfortunately, you have to be consuming omega-3 fatty acids in the proper form at the proper levels to be able to embrace that kind of research.
Because our bodies don't make it.
Zero.
This is it. So if you don't supplement it or eat a lot of fish, you're just out of luck.
And that's the unfortunate fact of life, is that when it comes to the things that I tend to talk about, if we could get it readily from our diet, there's nothing worth talking about. In fact, if I was on television in Japan, we wouldn't be talking about omega-3 because their diet is so rich in omega-3. It just so happens our traditional diet in this country, I grew up consuming minimal amounts of omega-3s, maybe once a week, and not even the best fish.
My mom used to make like tuna hot dish.
Yes, and that's maybe a tuna fish sandwich or something like that. And that would be about it. So it wasn't something that was a normal, consistent part of my diet. It wasn't until I've gotten older and I recognized the benefits from shifting toward a more fish-based diet that I've made those changes in the last decade or two. But before that, I did not consume much in omega-3s. And as I said before, there was even a time where I stopped making my omega-3s until I could make them fishy flavor or fishy repeat free. Until I could eliminate the problems, I wasn't going to continue to make another omega-3 product that just people hated. So until I could make it one that everyone loved, which I've achieved now, I wasn't going to make an omega-3.
You know, fish is expensive too. I mean, it really is. Fish is expensive. You can't just, you know...
Good quality fish is very expensive.
That's why most people don't eat it every day, even if you love fish, is because people can't afford to go buy expensive cuts of fish, pieces of fish every day.
When, say, we're having people over and Muriel gets a big slab of salmon or something from the fish store, and I see the price written on the outside of that thing, it's like, wow.
Right.
It's
unbelievable.
Expensive. Very, very expensive.
So this is affordable.
So, and I think a lot of us, it's difficult to change our customs, our habits, our behaviors, and the way we eat. It's hard enough to shift our eating so that we could lose weight, because if we could lose weight, we reduce our risk of type 2 diabetes, we reduce our risk of hypertension, all sorts of things come into play, our cardiovascular risk, our stroke risk, if we can be closer to our ideal weight. So it's hard enough for us to eat in a fashion that will achieve a more ideal weight. It's even more difficult to then start shifting our diet around to things that we never, ever acquired a taste from. Again, the reviews give tremendous insight. There are so many reviews from people who just say, I won't eat fish. I don't like fish. I can't stand the taste of fish. But it doesn't mean you should be deprived of the benefits of omega-3s just because that's not something you grew up eating. If you grew up in Japan, you'd love fish. So it's not that we just inherently don't like something because we're American. It's what is our traditional palate. I grew up with the whole meat and potatoes type of thing, and I think that's what Americans did. So that's what we love. But if we want the benefits of omega-3 fats, and we need these essential fatty acids, our brain does, our heart does, our eyes do, then we need to change the way we eat or simply supplement.
That's it. That's it. We're going to share more. I just want to encourage everybody, this is the final show. We only do this once a year. If you're ever going to buy it, this is the day to do it. If you're ever going to try it, this is the day to do it. The largest one has by far been the most popular. The greatest thing is that we know you're going to find success with this product. You're going to see a difference, feel a difference when you take it. And if you don't, you know you have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. One flex payment gets it home. It breaks down, if you get the big one, to like 20 cents a day. We were talking about how expensive it is to eat fish every day. Well, guess what? 20 cents a day to get the world's finest fish oil product. And there really is a world of difference when you start comparing apples to apples out there. So you might be able to find a less expensive fish oil product, but you're not going to be getting this level of quality with the DHA, with the kind of results that you can read thousands of people sharing perfect 5-star ratings, almost 2,000 on hsn.com. That says a lot, because clearly we are all different. Everybody's results are different. But the truth is, consistently, people adore this product. So I hope you will try it, because I'm hoping it's going to last. We think we're going to have enough to last our show tonight, which is great. But Andrew already is having to add more, because we would be pretty much sold out of this product if you weren't able to add a few more bottles for our primetime customers tonight.
I was just walking over, checking on the bottle count. We should be pretty good. We've got a few thousand bottles, a couple thousand, but some sizes don't. The smaller sizes were good, because the more popular sizes are the larger sizes where the better values exist. But I think we're going to be good, and that always excites me, that I know I get to satisfy everyone who wants this special pricing, because on the larger sizes you're talking about literally more than a 50% savings from the normal cost of our omega-3s. And again, these are unlike any omega-3 product you'll find in any store at all. The mere fact that you could swallow them with confidence, you could swallow them with ease, and never worry about fishy aftertaste ever. And then the fact also that from a scientific standpoint, the form of omega-3, the balance of omega-3, all of these things are considered to deliver to you a truly unique opportunity to make a difference in an essential nutrient.
And just to remind everybody, remember, at midnight, this offer expires. So if you call us now, I want to remind you one more time about that 400 cap supply. At midnight, 400 capsules of this product goes up to $169. That's happening in just a couple of hours. And so if you call right now, it's like getting 400 capsules for free, because you're getting 800 for $20 less. 800 capsules for $20 less than what people at midnight who missed this and just go to hsn.com. Andrew sells thousands of bottles on hsn.com when he's not here.
Oh,
thousands of bottles.
Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands of bottles
Yes.
when he's not here. So my point is, people who didn't watch HSN today, they won't even know that this offer existed, and they will be spending the $169 for 400 caps. You're getting 800 caps. And Andrew was, I think we were both a little flabbergasted. That seems very ridiculously low for this particular offer. I thought it was going to be like more at $169, $179 for the 800 caps.
For this potency, this quality, I think our standard price on our standard 360 capsule supply of this product is about $149. I think the 360 capsule supply. That's right there. We're comparing to a 400. So our 360 is around 149.
Okay.
So in other words, you're getting 440 more capsules, more than double the size for the same price. So it really is a fantastic opportunity to save. But again, at any point in the year, even at its HSN price, for what this product is, it is still an incredible value. The reviews will talk about what an incredible value is when you look at the levels of the omega-3s you're getting, the form you're getting them in, and the fact that you'll love taking the product, that it will be a pleasure to take. You'll look forward to taking it. There are reviews of people taking it on an empty stomach. Imagine taking an omega-3 product on an empty stomach and knowing it won't repeat on you, it won't upset your stomach. There'll be zero fishy aftertaste at all. And you can do that with this product. I always recommend taking it with food because it's best absorbed that way, but this product will do well even on its own. You will have no problems with it at all, But I was going to read some more charts in terms of, and this is discussing some of the neurological effects, especially for our brain thinking.
Yep.
This is another medical journal. Evidence is accumulating to suggest omega-3 fatty acid deficiency contributes to accelerated cognitive decline. This is talking about aging. Recent studies have associated deficits in DHA abundance. So the opposite of abundance is when we have a deficit of DHA with cognitive decline during aging. Overall cognitive performance and psychomotor speed, that's the ability of our brain and our motor functions to interact, were positively correlated with DHA EPA status, meaning our omega-3 fatty acids, higher levels, better cognitive performance and better psychomotor function. Lower levels of omega-3s, and again, we're talking about an aging population. So these are not things that you want to be part of the population with the lower levels of omega-3. From Nature and Neuroscience, another medical journal, brain and retina DHA decrease, this is with aging, resulting from nutritional deficiency or aging, are associated with reduced cognitive ability, increased emotional behavior, meaning an imbalance in our emotions, and decreased vision. So obviously omega-3s, as we age, are absolutely critical to the way our brain and the way our eyes function.
Wow.
The Journal of the American Heart Association. Our results support the beneficial effects of fish consumption, the major source of long-chain omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, that's what PUFAs are, on brain health in later life. In this study, among older men and women, plasma phospholipid long-chain omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, the omega-3 fatty acids in our blood, and in particular DHA, what we focus on in this product, were associated with specific findings consistent with better brain health. So again, do you want to be in the population that has the higher level of omega-3s in your blood or the lower levels of omega-3 in your blood? Understanding the role they play in brain function, the role they play in eye function, to me, it's a foregone conclusion. I would do my best to switch my diet, which I have, to consume more omega-3s, but I'm sort of American with my eating habits. So on the days when I don't eat fish, I have 2 capsules of my omega-3s. On the days when I do eat fish, I have 1 capsule of omega-3. If you want to manage your budget, you could always have 1 capsule daily, except the days when you eat cold water fish like salmon or tuna, things like that. And then sardines, mackerel, there's a whole bunch of fish that are a part of the list of the cold water fish that deliver abundant omega-3s. But on those days when you have the fish, you could take no capsules, and this product will go even further. But as I said before, less than 19 cents a day in the large size. So just a great value when you consider the quality, when you consider that large size will last you not 1 year at 1 capsule a day, not 2 years, but a couple of months more than 2 years, or a month more than 1 year if you're sharing it with someone else, or if you were taking 2 capsules a day. So an absolute bargain when you consider the quality.
Yeah, and understand we don't normally carry that 800 cap supply. That is just for the today's special. That goes away. And we've only done it once before in that big bottle. So if you share it with a spouse, Carlos and I both take this every day. So if your family is like our family, you share it, you have a couple people taking it or more, this is a great day to get the big bottle. I was telling you last night, both my sons, my husband and I, the 4 of us, we all take Andrew's Omega-3 product. And it's funny because when I first started getting the boys involved with vitamins, they didn't really seem that excited about it. And then they started noticing the difference. And especially the CoQ and the Omega-3 are 2 that they call me when they run out. Call me when they say, Mom, I need more of I mean, it astounds me, actually, because, you know, they're busy, and I would think that they aren't paying that close of attention, but the truth is they are. You know, and our children watch us. You know, they learn from us, and they see us taking supplements and feeling good and trying to take care of our health as best we can. And I think this is just one of these great things that you can share with your family. So if you do have teenagers who have, you know, or college students, the boys in college is where they really notice the difference with the Omega-3 when they were studying for exams and studying for tests. And I just know they would say, Mom, I love those. I love those products, because it really does help with concentration. I mean, and when we talk about brain function, and how, it's interesting because when we first started talking about Omega-3 years ago, the focus was on heart health. And I think we all understand the heart healthy benefits of taking Omega-3s. But now when Andrew shares that research, and these conservative journals are talking about really the importance of taking Omega-3 for your brain health, for your eye health, you know, it helps so many different parts and organs in our body, not to mention the fact it's a fantastic beauty product. It does great things for your skin. It does great things for your hair. I mean, when you take Omega-3, you notice a difference in everything. I mean, it makes sense. It's this great lubricant. It makes sense to me when you take Omega-3s. I even like how Andrew said when you're taking other supplements that sometimes should have some fat when you take the supplements, take your Omega-3 when you take your coenzyme Q10,
yep.
Right?
Yes.
Because you have a little bit of fat present when you take your CoQ for better absorption. So this is a really nice partner to pair up with some of your other favorite products, your favorite Andrew Lessman products.
I'll read some reviews, because I know you get excited, and everyone can hear your passion. And it's something with these products, as I always emphasize. For me, I'll throughout the day, I probably don't even know how many bottles are on the counter on the screen. The only time I tend to get involved is if we start running out. What I'm excited about is getting the information out there, because it's very important. If you want to shift the market in terms of the quality of Omega-3s, then as a consumer, become an informed consumer. And then when you're purchasing Omega-3s, you'll purchase natural Omega-3s that are natural triglyceride. And unfortunately, most Omega-3s on the market are ethyl esters. They're a synthetic form that isn't well absorbed. So you're not getting your money's worth when you really not enjoy the benefits of them. Plus, they're going to be difficult to swallow. I have a list of features that makes this unique that I'll get to in a moment. First, I wanted to read some reviews, but even before that, I just wanted to show the capsule, because we just reduced the size of the capsule again. So that capsule in the middle, that's my Omega-3. The 4 capsules, 2 on either side of that capsule, contain less Omega-3s than mine.
Jeez.
Mine contains 500 milligrams of Omega-3s per capsule. Theirs contains a little over 300 per capsule.
Wow.
Their capsules are about probably 50–60% larger. You could tell they're big, difficult to swallow capsules. Mine's a small capsule. Mine will have no fishy aftertaste. That in and of itself is just an incredible difference in the quality of the formulation. To think that that little capsule delivers more Omega-3 than those, and it delivers it in the natural form. It delivers it in a way that will not upset your stomach. It delivers it in a way that's much easier, the easiest to absorb, in fact, whereas most products deliver a form that's the most difficult to absorb, the ethyl ester. So let's read some reviews. This is OMG. Oh, my goodness. I love all of Andrew's products and did not realize how much I needed this until I ran out. I could not put 2 thoughts together, which was very troubling for me. I'm a nurse practitioner diagnosing patients, writing orders for medications and treatments. I will never run out again. Wow. Thank you, Andrew. P.S. I just turned 50 and have perfect labs, meaning her perfect lab results.
Nice.
That's from Lynn in New Jersey. That's great. Super. These are great. When I burp, it tastes like oranges instead of fish. Well, most people don't even burp from this. I never do.
Right.
But even if you do, as it says, you will never, ever, ever taste fish.
Right.
My doctor is so pleased I found these. He loves the ingredients and is going to order some for himself. That's from Sherry in Oregon. Excellent. I've tried several omega-3s before, and they always nauseated me. These go down like butter with no fishy aftertaste. Try them if you have a sensitive tummy. If not, try them anyway. Anyway, that's funny. They're the best I've found. I highly recommend them. Omega Gold. That's a great thing.
That would be a good name.
Exactly. We are becoming more informed about the benefits of omega-3 through Andrew, as well as other websites and books regarding its importance for numerous functions of our bodies. I know that Andrew's products are the most pure and easily digested and tolerated by sensitive stomachs. As a person of age, I've tried tons of other omega-3s, had many years to do so. Without a doubt, Andrew's omega-3 is the absolute positively best ever. There is never the least bit of aftertaste or tummy upset. Thank you again, Andrew. And that's a great review from Lizzie in Georgia. Healthy.
These are excellent.
I wanted to take omega-3 capsules because I know how healthy it is, but didn't like the fishy aftertaste. I'm not a fish eater, and I don't like to burp and taste it either. These capsules were said to be different, and the promise of no fishy aftertaste is what sold it for me. And they were right. No fishy aftertaste. It's great. I feel like I'm taking better care of myself, protecting my brain for the future. I recommend these capsules for anyone who wants to take omega-3 but is looking for the right one. Look no further. That's from Vicki in Maryland. And it's funny, people often stop me when I'm out and around, and they'll say they've watched me on TV for years. And they really found it interesting what I was saying, but they just didn't believe me. And they watched and watched and watched. And then finally, they tried a product. And one of the more frequent ones that they'll talk about is omega-3, or they'll talk about our healthy hair, skin, and nail product, where they just didn't believe it. Even though the reviews were 90% positive, they just didn't believe it. And I think in our society, in this day and age, we've kind of become a little skeptical. We're just so bombarded. We used to be bombarded by the newspaper, then we're bombarded by newspaper and radio, then you had TV, now you have the internet. So in the last, 100 years, we get bombarded by input from so many different sources. I think we need to be a little skeptical, we need to be a little cynical, and I think it's important to gather proper information to make a good decision. But the products I'm talking about here, omega-3s are an essential nutrient, and I'm trying to give you information about a product that was truly designed to be different. And much of what I say, probably most of what I say, is more or less quotes of the science and research, or quotes from the actual experience with the product. So my voice is generally the voice of others as they talk about omega-3s in terms of science, or as they talk about omega-3s in terms of their experience using our product. So hopefully that gives it a more credible, objective sense. And of course, everything comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you only keep this product, you only invest your hard-earned money if you fall in love with the product.
That's it. And I will tell you, when we came out here, there were only a couple thousand bottles left in each of these sizes. I would invite every one of you, if you are thinking about trying it, with 45,000 already spoken for. If you were out today, if you're seeing this for the first time, this is the only time for the entire year that we do this, that we offer Andrew's Essential Maximum Omega-3 as a today's special. It's the first time he's been able to have a capsule this small have this much omega-3 in the capsule. So you get really the biggest, best value we have ever seen on this product. I'm going to show you one more time. Most people are going for the large sizes. Remember, if you have a credit card, you're spending under $30 tonight on your credit card. It's all free shipping and handling, the 30, the 100, the 200, the 400, or the 800. Let me give you an example here. The 200 cap supply at midnight is going to be $100. 200 cap supply at midnight goes up to $100. Right now, you're getting 800 capsules for only $50 more than that. 4 times the amount of capsules for only $50 more if you place your order now during this show. I mean, that just helps to illustrate why people are excited. That's why 45,000 bottles have been sold so far today. We have FlexPay available, which means if you have a credit card, if you're shopping with any credit card, we take 8 different credit cards. You get to spend under $30 on your credit card, no matter the size. So whatever size you're ordering, the FlexPays are there for you. And if you have an HSN credit card, you can do an additional flex payment. You're under $25 to get this home. So this is your chance. If you're not taking it yet, you know, it's funny because we all talk about wanting to live, long, healthy lives. But the truth of the matter is, it's one thing to live long, but quality of life for most of us, and the older we get, the more we appreciate having a good quality of life. And you realize that by doing the right things, you get these wonderful, you know, the fruits of the results happen in your life. And so for those of you that are looking for ways to be healthier, and I always say it's not easy to be healthy, to eat perfectly every day, to exercise every day, to do everything right. But if you get yourself going on a great supplement program, I think you will be amazed at what a catalyst it becomes for you. And how when you're putting these wonderful nutrients in your body, it makes you want to do other things right as well. Makes you want to take better care of yourself. So this is, to me, the easy thing. This is the one thing I do perfectly, because I don't work out perfectly every day. I don't eat perfectly every day, but I do perfect vitamins every day. And it makes me feel good. It's one place I do not mess up, and that is a good feeling no matter what else happens.
And don't you find that many times in years past, when I first started in this industry, 36 years ago, I started my company back in 1979. So back in 1979, I remember the big fear was always that, oh, people will rely on vitamins and they're going to throw caution to the wind when it comes to their diet, when it comes to their lifestyle. What I have found, and what you'll read in the reviews about my products, and my products were probably approaching close to 40,000 reviews on all my products, is that these products end up being the catalyst for doing other things well.
I believe that.
That instead of taking this and saying, I'm not going to eat fish ever again, you find yourself eating fish more frequently, that it validates the good sense and the good judgment. And I think this is just part of that healthy decision. Yes, swallowing this omega-3 capsule, no fishy aftertaste, easy to swallow, takes 2 seconds. That's very simple. And if you're not going to have fish, it's that insurance policy on your daily omega-3 intake, because your daily omega-3 intake is important. And again, you don't have to rely on me saying it. I'll read some quotes from some research, from some people that we trust and that we rely on to tell us what we need to do for our good health. If we look at this chart from the American Heart Association, we just went through some on brain and eye. Research indicates the importance of dietary omega-3 fatty acids derived from fish and flax sources. By the way, we have some omega-3s in here from flaxseed as well. Healthy people should eat omega-3 fatty acids from fish and plant sources to protect their hearts. That's not me saying that. That's the American Heart Association. The research shows that all omega-3 fats have cardioprotective benefits, especially from those in fish, which is what we deliver here. The Mayo Clinic Proceedings, a very respected health facility. Patients should consume both DHA and EPA. The target DHA and EPA consumption levels are about 1 gram per day for those with known coronary artery disease. That would be 2 capsules, as I've been saying all day.
Yeah.
At least 500 milligrams per day for those without disease. So 500 milligrams is the standard. 1 simple capsule. Again, it took me a couple of decades to make 1 capsule deliver 500 in a small, soft, easy to swallow capsule, because I won't make large capsules, because I want you to love the product and love its benefits.
Right.
American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. A greater intake of the long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, has been recommended by a variety of scientific and regulatory bodies to reduce population risk for coronary artery disease. That's sort of the given. I haven't even talked about that today. I've been talking mostly about brain health and eye health. Council for Responsible Nutrition. Dietary intakes of omega-3 fatty acids are typically very low. That defines the American diet. Frequent fish consumption or supplementation with EPA and DHA are the best ways to achieve a protective intake of about 0.5 grams. That little capsule is 0.5 grams per day.
Perfect.
So we designed it not to be just randomly 0.5, but because that's what the science requires. It was a quest of mine for over 20 years. From the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, the target EPA and DHA consumption should be at least 500 milligrams per day for individuals without underlying overt cardiovascular disease, and at least 800 milligrams per day for individuals with known coronary heart disease. I'm sure your doctors have already discussed this with you if you're one of those individuals. Additional DHA is far more, DHA is far more abundant than EPA in the myocardium, in the tissue of the heart. Again, so not only is DHA more abundant in the brain, but also DHA is more abundant in the eye, and also DHA is more abundant in the myocardium, in your heart. And the typical omega-3 product, EPA is more abundant. In my omega-3 product, DHA is more abundant, just like your heart, your brain, your eye. And I have a chart here it's sort of complicated science, but we'll try to simplify it because I think it's easy to understand. Imagine this as an assembly line. Each step along the line requires work, requires some loss of, say, material along the way. It's not 100% performed, so it's not absolutely, say, efficient, because it's determined by a number of enzymes that determine the efficiency of the conversion from each fatty acids or intermediate along the way. Alpha-linolenic acid is the beginning of the chain. That's what's typically found in flaxseed or other grains or other seeds. As we move along here, that's EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid. We go further along to a fatty acid we have in our product called docosapentaenoic acid. But what's really, this should be at the top. At the top, the furthest along the chain, the one that is the least yield from the entire process, is DHA. And that's why it's most important to deliver it whole, because the conversion from EPA to DHA is a very low conversion and very inefficient. So if you want that DHA, which is the predominant fat in your heart, the predominant omega-3 fat in your brain, the predominant omega-3 fat in your retina and macular region, you need to deliver that intact and not rely on this conversion, which is inefficient. You also want to deliver each of these for their benefit, which we do, but you need to deliver most of this because it's not going to be converted. You need to make sure you deliver it intact. That's what we do.
I see. So the other products that are not including the DHA...
Or they have less. What the typical product will be, the typical product is going to be about 60-40 EPA DHA.
Okay.
We're the other way. We're almost 60-40 DHA. Well, DHA 60-40. In our case, theirs is higher levels of EPA.
And that's strictly because, A, they don't read the research, they don't...
Oh, they read the research. They gotta read the research. I think it's strictly because when you look at the industrial source of commodity omega-3, industrial source commodity omega-3 is 60% EPA, 40% DHA. And with time, it seems the EPA levels are just creeping up and up and up and up. So the industrial source, the commodity level, the cheapest omega-3 forms you could buy, standard is going to be 60% EPA, 40% DHA, sometimes as much as 2/3 EPA, 1/3 DHA. So that's why. If you want to deliver these omega-3s the way they come in fish, which is more DHA than EPA, it requires an investment, because you're no longer looking at the cheap commodity omega-3s. You're now doing something very special, very customized, and that's what we do. Because personally, I want to focus on the DHA, which is what my brain needs, my eye needs, and my heart needs in abundance. And that's why I focus on DHA, because that's what the science compels me to do. Again, I'm not writing those scientific quotes I'm reading. They have written it because that's what the science reveals.
And the bottom line is, most of us wouldn't know that if Andrew didn't educate us about it. We all know we're supposed to take our omega-3s, but most of us would not know the importance of that DHA, or the fact that the other products, a lot of them don't even have DHA in those formulas, because they're always looking for the most expensive route possible. So that's what I think makes this exciting for all of us who take the product. That's why we love it. We see a difference. You read those reviews, you see people say, I mean, a lot of us have tried omega-3 products over the year. I remember years ago, the first time I ever tried omega-3, it was horrible. It was so fishy. I tried it one time, I thought, that's it, I'm never doing that again. And if you have had the same experience, fishy aftertaste with an omega-3 product, you absolutely have to try this. We promise you, there is zero, zippo, zilcho. No fishy aftertaste at all whatsoever. They're an absolute pleasure to take. And the most important thing for you to know is that this is the one time, this is it. We are in the final show. This is the one time to get this value. It'll be at least a year before we get to do this again. And not every year do we get to do an 800 cap supply like this. So this is really special to get that big amount for under $150 in a smaller capsule, even easier to swallow than ever before. It's the perfect day to stock up.
To emphasize that here, we have the capsules in front of me again. It was a major accomplishment, and this is something that we have. There are only a couple of really great, reliable omega-3 providers in the world that deliver omega-3s. As you know, all my products are made entirely using solar energy. So we're not about to be using omega-3s. That's our roof of our facility. That's the parking lot you see in the background there. That's our facility. So everything is made entirely, completely using solar energy. So we're not about to use omega-3s that are just disrespecting our environment. So we make sure all the omega-3s we get are efficiently fished using special nets that don't harm other creatures in the ocean, that are only fished twice a year, never during spawning or breeding season. We make sure that these omega-3s are respectfully harvested so that we're not compromising the health of our oceans. Why should we benefit our health and sacrifice the health of our oceans? That would be unjust, unethical, unfair. So we make sure that the omega-3s we deliver to you, not only they're pure, contaminant-free, free of heavy metals, but they're also done in a way that's respectful to the planet, just as it's respectful to our bodies, with no fishy aftertaste, in a small capsule. This was a major accomplishment. Our taking this capsule, which was also already quite an accomplishment because it took us a couple of decades to be able to deliver 500 milligrams in a small capsule of the natural form of omega-3 fatty acids, the triglyceride form. That's an accomplishment. And to think that we now have reduced the size of that capsule even more. It's
amazing.
Dwarfed by the capsules on either side of it, and those capsules on either side are capsules that are typical brands out in the supermarket that contain lower levels of omega-3. Our product actually contains almost 50% more omega-3 in a capsule that's almost 50% smaller. So that's quite an accomplishment, and what it really relates to is the experience you're going to have. And what it has accomplished is, if you look at the reviews on this product, it's amazing enough that there's over 2,000 reviews of an omega-3 fish oil product, and I thank everyone for the reviews they post, because it allows people to hear a voice other than my own about this product. And with a little over 2,200 reviews, almost 2,000 of them were 5-star.
That's right.
So almost 90% of the reviews on a fish oil product were 5-star reviews.
Yeah, I mean, a 3 is good. A 4 is very good. A 5 is perfect. And to get 2,000 people to give a fish oil product a 5-star rating is really, I think that just speaks volumes for the kind of results you can expect to achieve. I think that's what's great about this, because oftentimes when you buy a product like this, we're all skeptical. We all expect results. You expect it. You know, we're telling you how great it is, so you're going to expect to see some results here. That's what's amazing about the great reviews, is because a lot of times people, you know, we deliver what we're talking about. You get this home, you try it, you like it, and you're a satisfied customer, but not to the degree of taking the time out to go up to the computer and leave a review. So that is what I think is remarkable about this, is that these are so great that not only are people happy and satisfied, but they are going to the computer and writing these rave reviews, thousands of people. So that's the difference, because very often, as I said, we just, you know, we as consumers, we're expecting this to be great. I know you should expect this to be great. It is. We're telling you it's great, but until you start taking it, you will not know. I hope you will try it. If you know you're going to take it every day, you should get one of the bigger bottles. The 800 cap supply, that's over 2 years. You are good to go. 2 years. It comes down to pennies a day. If you're going to share it with a spouse, again, that's easily going to last you a year if you're sharing it with a spouse.
Or if you take 2 capsules a day.
Right.
And the proper dose is either 1 or 2 capsules a day. I tend to take 2 capsules a day, except when I eat fish.
I do what you do. See, I started, like, I love sushi, so on days when I'm eating fish, I do the same thing. I cut
just
back.
Produce. And it's really interesting when you do that, when you really adapt your supplementation. I take Fiber-Mucil, our fiber product. When I eat a day that's particularly rich in fiber, I'll take fewer capsules of Fiber-Mucil.
Sure.
So there's all sorts of, if I say have an egg, I'll take more Cholesterol, which is obviously interferes with the absorption of cholesterol, which is very high in eggs. So you really can intelligently supplement. My goal isn't to see how many products someone can get, but how much benefit you can get from investing as little as possible. And that's by modifying your diet so you get the nutrients you need from your diet, or by using the supplements intelligently by integrating them with a healthier diet. And when it comes to omega-3s, this was a great accomplishment that we were able to get 500 milligrams in a single capsule of omega-3s. And again, as I've often said, there are so many products you'll see in stores that will give you the impression that they're giving you more than 1,000 milligrams of omega-3s. They're not. What they're giving you is over 1,000 milligrams of fish oil. And then you need to read the fine print on the back of the label before you can realize that you practically have to be a food and drug lawyer to realize that what they're delivering to you is only a few hundred milligrams of omega-3s. So it's something that's, as they say, what is that caveat emptor? Buyer beware. That when it comes to omega-3s, there isn't a lot of information on the label that really lets you know what you're getting. What's great about getting my product is we provide a lot of information on the label. I often hear complaints about how small the print is, but be glad we're giving you all that information because I want you to be fully informed of what you're consuming. Plus, if you watch me on air, you get a very intimate amounts of information on this product, probably more information than you really want. But I think that's important, that you really get all the details of what makes omega-3 fatty acids essential. And they are essential. Our body cannot make them. Cannot make them at all. If we're not delivering omega-3 fatty acids by our diet, or we're not delivering them by a supplement, then unfortunately, we're going to be part of those populations, those studies we're talking about that I read, that talk about changes, say, as we get older in terms of cognitive function, in the terms of the way our eye functions, in terms of the way, say, our hearing functions, that I want to be part of those populations that have the greatest probability of the greatest brain health and the greatest brain function, also in terms of cardiovascular health, also in terms of eye health. And that means if you want to be members of that population, you need to be either changing your diet to increase the omega-3 fatty acid intake, which are cold water fish, things like tuna and salmon and mackerels and sardines and things like that, and anchovies. Also shellfish, things like lobster and crab also deliver omega-3s. But these are things that are expensive, that are not typically part of our diet. So it's hard to change our diet. It's 2 seconds to supplement. And today, of course, our supplement here at 500 milligrams delivers all that you need in a single capsule, and it does it incredibly affordably.
It sure does. Just to remind you, in case we get a lot of channel surfers this time of night, so in case you are stopping in, I want to be sure that you have all the information. At this point, we still have all the sizes. That's the good news.
We loaded a lot more
We wouldn't
already.
have all these choices if Andrew were not the manufacturer and able to call his facility and make sure that we can cover what you need tonight. So I want to show you the choices one more time. You can get a try me size, which is a 30 cap, or you can get all the way up to the big 800. The majority of the people ordering today are getting the larger size because we've been pointing out the fact that a 400 we usually sell for $170. Today, for under $150, you're getting 800 capsules of the world's finest omega-3 product, period. So you decide which one you'd like. They're all on FlexPay. They're free shipping and handling. This is a big jar. This is a big jar. I mean, look at the size of this.
And what's amazing
800.
To think there's 800 capsules. If those large capsules, one of these days we should do it, the size of a jar you would require to hold 800 of the typical omega-3 capsules would probably be almost twice the size of that container. So our omega-3s are actually, and I've showed this before, they're dramatically smaller, and that's the capsule in the middle. Oops, the capsule in the middle there is ours. They contain more omega-3 than the large ones that are next to it. And of course, zero fishy aftertaste. Not that we reduce the fishy aftertaste, not that the fishy aftertaste is only there occasionally. You will never, ever have a fishy aftertaste. You will not find a review of this product that references fishy aftertaste in those 2,200 reviews, of which almost 2,000 of them are 5-star reviews. So it's a product that you could enjoy the benefits with confidence, and of course, 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee on everything you try. But the opportunities here, it's to provide a nutrient that is an essential nutrient. Our body cannot make it. We do need it. We need it critically. 60% of the dry weight of our brain. Most people are simply astounded when I say that 60% of the dry weight of the brain is fat.
Yeah, who knew?
Phospholipids. And 95% of that is the principal ingredient in this product, DHA. Not the principal ingredient in most omega-3s, but in mine. So then when you look at your heart, the principal fatty acid in your heart, DHA. The principal fatty acid in your retina and macula of your eye, the highest concentration, in fact, in the entire body, DHA, the principal ingredient here. So there's no escaping, there's no escaping calcium and its implications for bone. There's no escaping the implications that omega-3s have over the course of our lifetime for these vital tissues that determine really the quality of our life. So it's an important thing to either make sure we change our diet to incorporate or to simply supplement. If you don't get mine, make sure it's a natural triglyceride form, make sure you're getting an abundance of DHA, and make sure you're reading on the label the exact levels of EPA and DHA you're getting. So it's not just fish oil, you're getting the right levels, the 500 milligrams of EPA and DHA.
Okay, we are going to wrap this up for now. There is an abbreviated final call next hour. This is the time I'd love to invite you. If you've been watching the show, if you've been considering ordering it, this is the perfect time to do it. Pick the size you'd like, do a FlexPay, and